Hey guys, welcome in second part of image upload tutorial. In last lecture we made implementation for our Node server. In this lecture we'll continue and we will make solution for uploading images with Angular framework. So let's start. First I will show you preview how it's gonna look in the end. So here is an image upload component. I can select image. And first let's choose some image that is not supported. So let's say SVG format. Here is SVG. I will select it. And you see image upload error, try again. And now I will choose some image that is supported. So PNG or JPEG. I will find some JPEG. Here it is. And now let's wait. It's uploading. And image uploaded. And I can check network tab. So you will see that we are sending request to our Node server we created before. So network, and I will upload it again. For example, this one. Okay, it's uploading. I have here some debuggers, so I will skip it. I will check network tab, and here is a request 200 successful. And in response, I'm getting my URL of uploaded image on Amazon S3 service. So I will copy this URL. I will paste it here, and you will see that I'm getting image back, and here it is. Here is image uploaded from our Amazon S3 service. Perfect. Okay, so let's do it. Let's navigate to your coding editors of your choice. And I already created image upload component here. So it's just an empty Angular component, HTML, CSS file, TS file, and I created module and a service, and everything is empty but module, because I'm exporting from here just these components and I'm importing modules I need to have here. So you can find all of these files, all of the resources under video in description. And I'm referencing this component, image upload component, inside of my rental create component HTML file here in my form. You can see just empty component here, BWM image upload, and it looks like this in browsers in application, image upload component. So I'm displaying just text, but we want to here have input and upload file. So let's do it. Let's navigate back to our coding editors, and here instead of an image upload component HTML file, we can remove this image upload component, and let's write here input element. So input. And this is not type of a text, but type of file. So file, and a second attribute accept. So accept like this, and we want to accept just image files. So image / and asterisk, and this means it will accept every extension. So JPEG, PNG, SVG, and so on. Okay, one more attribute, and this will be change event. So change, and I want to call some function from our class component. So let's call this function process file. All right, and now we need to create this function inside of our TS file. So I will copy this name. I will go to image upload component TS file, and let's paste it here. Okay, and I will place here debugger, so you will see that we are getting here. Let's go back to our browsers. Let's wait for refresh. And you can see that we have a nice input here, choose file, and no file chosen. And I can inspect it, and I can choose file. So let's choose some file, for example, this one. And you see we are getting to our process file function. But now we need to get here our image that we just uploaded, this PNG image. So let's do it. I will close this, or we can leave it open for future, and I will make it just a little bit bigger, and let's navigate back to our coding editors. And here I can get the reference of my file. So go back to our HTML file, and you can get the reference by typing hash. So hash and the name of variable. So let's call it image input. Image input, and I can send this image input to my function process file. So I'll write it here like this, and now I can get it inside of my TS file. So I will write here image input of type any, And let's create here new variable, our file. So const file of type file and equals, I will assign to is image input, and we are getting here files like this. And I want to access first file because we are getting array here on this input, and you will see it inside of our debugger. So I will save it like this, and let's go back to our browsers. And now we can choose file. So let's choose some random file here, for example this one. And now I have here image input, you can see it, and I'm getting here files. And as I said, it's array, and on index 0 there is a file, our file that we just uploaded, and you can see here type, size, name, last modified date, and so on. So all of the information we need. Perfect. So now we have a file, and I want to do some additional changes here because I really don't like this default styling of this input element, so we can make it nicer. Let's go back to our coding editors. And here let's go to image upload component HTML file, and I will wrap this input inside of a label element. So let's write here label like this, and wrap this ending tag just after input. Alright, and let's make some indentation to right, and we can remove this for attribute here. So let's remove it. And I want to specify here some classes. So right here class equals, and inside image upload container like this, and a second class will be btn-bwm, and this is a class I created before, and you can find this file inside the description of this video, and I will show it to you here. So inside of the styles I have this class. So here is the styles CSS, and you can copy it from here or you can write it now. Alright, I will close it, and let's go back to our HTML file, and we need here also span tag. So I'll write here span, and here will be select image like this, and is enough. Okay, let's save it, and let's take a look how it looks in the browsers. Alright, let's wait for refresh. And it looks like this. Not very nice, but we will change it. Don't worry, we need to hide this choose file now. So let's go back to our coding editors. And here go to image upload component CSS file, and I want to change styles for input element. So I'll write here input, and I will write here display none. So display none like this. Perfect. And now image upload container. So class image upload container we just created before, and here I just want to write cursor pointer. Alright, let's save it, and let's go back to our browsers. And now you can see now we have a nice button of select image, and we are displaying this cursor where when we hovering over it. Here is a normal mouse, and here is this hand cursor, and that's this class cursor pointer, because before it was without it. So now I can select image as before. Amazing. Okay, but now we need to get our base 64 representation of our image file. So I will show it how you can do it. Let's go back to our coding editors. And here let's navigate to image upload component TS file, and I want to create here a new class. So I'll write here class, and let's call it image snippet. Alright, and constructor, and I want to describe this class by base 64 string of our file and the file itself. So I'll write here public source of type string and a public file of type file. Alright, now we have an image snippet, and this will make much more sense after we will debug our code. So let's go to process file function, and let's remove this debugger first and these empty lines. Okay, and after file, let's create file reader. So let's write here const reader equals new file reader. So we are creating instance of file reader. And now let's call reader and add event listener. So you want to listen to some events and you want to listen to load event. So right here, load and callback function now. So callback function, just arrow function like this, and we will get here event. All right. And now to emit this load event, we need to call reader dot and now read as data URL, and we need to provide our file to it. So here is a file, and I will write file inside. Perfect. And now I want to create here instance variable of this image upload component, and let's call this variable selected file. So selected file, and this will be type of our image snippet. Image snippet, perfect. And inside add event listener, this callback function, I want to assign to the selected file our file we are getting from this callback function. So right here, this selected file equals new image snippet, and I provide here as a first value event, target, and a result, and as a second value, file itself we are getting here. Okay, and we have some error here, and that's because result doesn't exist on type event target, so I will write here event of type any. All right, and now you will see how this works. I will write here debugger in process file, and I will write one debugger inside of our reader, so debugger here. And first I want to explain to you this function read as data URL. So I will copy name of this function, and let's go back to our browsers and go to our Google search, because best way is to Google. When something is not clear, just Google it and read it through, and it will make more sense. And you can see here that read as data URL function is used to read the content of specified file. In our example, it's a file we are getting from our input. And when the read operation is finished, ready state becomes done and the load is triggered. So when this function is done, this load event is triggered and we are getting inside of this callback function here. And this function provides some additional attributes on our event value we are getting back. So here you can read that the file data, that it returns files data as a base 64 encoded string, and that's what we needed. Okay, let's go back to our application, and I will select here some image. So let's select, for example, this image. And you can see that we get immediately inside of this breakpoint here, but I don't have debuggers here, so I think it wasn't refreshed or it wasn't saved. So let's go back and I will refresh this page again. Just wait a second. Okay, and let's select image. Let's select some image, and now you see we are getting here, we are getting our file like this, and now we are calling this function read as data URL, and we are providing file we uploaded. And I will forward this more, and now we are inside of our callback function and we are getting back our event, and we are creating selected file, and we are providing here two values, event target, result, and here is a very long string of a base 64 representation of our file, of our image, and I'm providing file itself here. Perfect. So you can see here is an instance of a selected file with a file and the source. And I want to have source here because I want to display this image here on the screen. So let's do it. Let's go back to our calling editors. And here let's navigate to our image upload component HTML file. And I want to create here new elements. So just after label, let's write div and specify class on this div. So class, and this will be image preview container. So image dash preview dash container like this. And inside, let's place another div. and specify class here as well. This will be class of image preview. So image preview. Amazing. And on this div image preview, I want to write here some styles, and I want to set here style of a background image of our selected file source string. So base64 string. So just after class, let's make some space here. Write here directive ng style and provide inside object with a key of a background image. So background dash image, and now key. This will be URL, normal brackets, and inside of the brackets, normal quotes, single quotes, and we need to insert here our selected file source. So plus and selected file dot source and plus here. So we are inserting this string here. Let's save it, and we need to specify now these styles for these classes. So go to our image upload component SCSS file. Okay, and here after image upload container, specify new classes. So dot and image preview container. Okay, and now background color. So background color, and I looked this color before, so hash symbol and F7, 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 and position relative. So position relative. Perfect. And now image preview. So dot and image dash preview, and right here background like this, and it will be center, and center no repeat. Repeat like this. All right, and now background size. So background size, and it will be contain. So size contain. So now our image will be nicely centered in this div element. And let's set here some height and width. And a height I checked before, and 116 pixel is very good. And the same for a width. 116 pixels. Perfect. Let's save everything and let's go back to our browsers. Wait for refresh. And now let's set our image. So select image. And let's choose some image, like just this one. We are getting in process file. Okay, let's forward this. All right, and nothing is displayed. There is no image, but we are getting error that source is undefined, and it makes sense. Because when you check your TS file here, I mean HTML file here, we are setting here selected file source, but in the start, selected file is undefined because we are setting source just here inside of this callback function. So right here check on this image preview container, right here ng if, and display this image preview container only when we have selected file. So right here, selected file. Perfect. Let's save it and let's go back to our browsers. Okay, and let's try it now. Select image and select some nice image here. So for example, this one. Okay. And nice, we are displaying this image here. Amazing. Let's try some other image and you will see that it works. Okay, this one for example. And now let's debug it one more time because I want to make sure that you understand it correctly. Here we are setting selected file, and selected file has a source, and there is a representation of our image in a base64 representation, as I told you before. This very long string, I cannot even click there. You can see it here. And I am providing this source inside of our class. So I will inspect this. Here is image preview, and you can see here is this long string, this image, what we are displaying. Perfect. So now we have an image on the screen, and now we need to upload this image to our Amazon S3 service. So we need to send a request to Node server we created in previous lecture. So let's navigate back to our coding editors. And here let's go to image service.ts, because here I want to create a function to send requests to our node server. But first we need to inject here HTTP service. So right here, constructor, all right, and let's inject here HTTP service. So let's write private HTTP and HTTP type. All right, and after constructor, let's create this function. Let's call this function just upload image. So public upload image, and we will get here our image. So image of type file. And let's return from this function observable of response. So observable response, and make sure you have imported all of these types here. Okay. Let's write here curly brackets, and now we need here form data. As I explained you in previous lecture, we need to send our data as a form. So const form data, and that's because Malter accepts just form data of image. So right here, equal sign, so let's assign to form data new form data. All right, and let's create here on form data new value. So form data dot append, and I want to append on key of image our image we are getting here. And if you remember, before we send in Postman our data under this key of image. So we are doing same here in Angular. Okay, and now we can send final request. So after this, let's write return this HTTP, and it will be post request, and to endpoint /API/v1 and /image upload. All right, and we need to provide our form data. Perfect. Let's save file, and let's navigate back to our image upload component TS file. Here we need to inject our image upload service. So I will write here constructor. After selected file, let's write constructor. And let's inject here image upload service. So image upload or image service. Let's call it image service. Of type image service. And let's import this from our service. So image service from, and it's image.service. Perfect. And now we can call our function. So let's remove this debugger, we don't need it here. I will leave this debugger here. And after selected file, I will write this image service, upload image, and we need to provide image here. So let's provide image of selected file. So you can write this selected file, and we have a file here. So .file. And now we need to subscribe to it and provide here two callback function, one for success and one for error. Perfect. And let's write here some data. So here will be response and here will be error. And we can also place debuggers inside of here and inside of here. Perfect. Let's save all the files, service and image upload component TS file, and let's go back to our browsers. All right, so let's wait for refresh. And now let's select file. And first I will select some file that is not supported. So I will find some SVG extension. Here is SVG. All right, and now we are assigning to selected file our image snippet. And now we are uploading our image. So here we are getting into the upload image function in image service, and we are creating form data, and we are appending this form data with image here. All right, and I will go to network tab, so you will see request actually. And here is a request. And you can already see that we are getting error here because SVG is not supported. And here is a body, and you can see error, file upload error, and detail invalid, MIME type only JPEG and PNG. Perfect. So let's see network, and here is our error. So status 422, unprocessable entity, and response, we are getting errors. Amazing. Perfect. And now let's select some image that will work. So this JPEG. I'm getting here, all right. Send request, and we are getting a response, successful response. And you can check it out here. And we are getting our image back. So image was uploaded successfully. I will copy this link. I will paste it inside of a URL. And I'm getting this image back here. Perfect, guys. So actually, this image upload. So if you feel like, you can stop your videos, but now I will explain to you how you can show different states. So for example, now I want to show error here, that upload of image was unsuccessful, and the same when I will get good response when image was uploaded, I want to show some other text here. And also I want to do some improvements on user experience, so I want to display here some spinner when image is getting uploaded and so on. So if you want, you can state, and we will create these features right now. So let's go back to our coding editors. And here first, let's remove these debuggers. We don't need them anymore. All right, debugger here, and the response and error. Perfect. And now on image snippet, I want to create here two more properties. So first one will be pending. So let's write here pending of type boolean, and default value will be false. And the second one will be status of type string, and default value will be init. And these two properties will describe our image snippet. So pending will say if we are uploading image. Currently it's false, so we are not uploading, and the status is init. And after we'll get uploaded image, I want to set the status to success or something like this. And if we are getting error, I want to set a status of fail. Okay. Let's go to our process file to callback function before we are uploading image. And let's set this selected file. So let's write here this selected file and pending to true. Perfect. And when we get the response or error, I want to call two more functions here. So let's create these functions. After constructor, let's write private on success and a private on error. Just like this. Okay. And on success, I want to set this selected file pending to false again. So false. And we can do same for on error, because our image is not getting uploaded anymore. It's uploaded or we get error. And let's set status now. So this selected file status, and let's set here OK. And for status of on error, let's say fail or something like this. Fail. Perfect. And now we need to call this function. So when we get a response, I will call this on success. And on error, I will call this on error. So this on error. Amazing. Let's save it, and we can go to our HTML file. And we can go to our HTML file. And we can go to our HTML file. And here, before last div, I will create two more divs. So first one and a second one. And let's specify here class first. So first class will be alert and alert success. So this will be for a success message. And the second one will be alert and alert danger. So this will be warning that our image wasn't uploaded. Okay, and now let's write here ngIf. Because I want to display the success message only when the status of our selected file is OK. So selected file status equals OK, like this. and I can copy this ngIf and let's paste it on second if, and this will be fail. Perfect. And by the way, these classes alert and alert success are bootstrapped classes, and I have integrated bootstrap into my project. So when your elements are not styled, you need to import bootstrap styles. Okay, and I want to display here some message. So image uploaded, let's say, successfully. And a second message will be image upload failed. Perfect. And we need to make some indentation to right, like this. Perfect. Let's go back to our browsers. Let's wait for refresh. Okay, it's a refresh, so let's select image. So first one with some error, so you'll see error. I will find some SVG file. All right. And we are getting this nice hard and image uploaded failed. And second image will be JPEG and it should be successful. So let's see. And image uploaded successfully. And by the way, when image upload is failed, we don't need to display image here. So let's fix it. Here in image upload component TS file, I can also set here this selected file, src equals empty string, and this will hide our image because this will be empty string, so background image URL will be empty. All right, let's check it out. So here let's set some image of SVG. This one. And we got still here an image, but it's not displayed. So I need to refresh page because sometimes our application is not just recompiled or browser is just not refreshed. So one more time here, I will choose SVG file. Okay, and it's still on the screen, so let's check it out again. And here in component HTML file, let's write ternary operation and provide here some additional class. So in image preview, after it, let's write here double curly brackets and let's write ternary operation. So selected file, status equals fail. So when the status is fail, I want to provide here class of error. So in the quotes, dash and error. Otherwise, just empty string, so no class at all. Okay, and now let's specify this class inside of our SCSS file. So here is an image preview, and after it, let's write here and sign and error. If we have an error, I want to display and set display to none. Just like this. All right. Save the files and let's go back to our browsers. Wait for refresh. And now let's select file. Let's select some SVG file. I will just find it. Here it is. All right. Let's forward this, and we are still displaying here. So let's inspect this, and here we have image preview. And you can see this class dash error. Okay, so there is a space between, so that's a issue. Let's go back to our coding editors and here to back HTML file, and I need to remove here this double curly bracket so it will be inserted just after preview, so there will be no space. All right, let's wait for refresh. Select image. Let's find SVG again. This one. Forward this. And there is no image at all. Perfect. And I will provide here some actual image. So some JPEG here. And image uploaded successfully. Amazing, guys. So this is one improvement. And now we can do second improvement. And while we uploading image, I want to display here some spinner, and I want to create here some background, some other background, and a spinner here. So user will see that actually something is happening. All right, let's go back to our coding editors. And here inside of an image upload component HTML file, I will write 2 more divs. So first one, and inside one more. Okay, and let's specify classes now. So class, and this will be image loading overlay. So image loading overlay, and the second one will be spinner. So class equals image spinning circle. So image dash spinning dash circle. Perfect. And I want to display this overlay only when our pending is true. So I'll write here ngIf. So ngIf and selected file. So selected file dot pending, just like this. Perfect. And now we need to write here some CSS, and I already prepared these classes for you, so you can copy it and you can find the files under video. I will copy it from here. So here are classes. Let's copy them. And let's copy them inside of an image upload component SCSS file. Okay, so just under here, let's paste it. And I will not explain these styles here. It's not SCSS tutorial, but image upload tutorial. But I can say that I get these classes from here. Let's go to Google search and let's search for spinner SCSS. So spinner SCSS, and you can find a lot of spinners here. Just click on it and you will get all of the SCSS you need. All right, I will close this. I can close also this. Let's go back and let's make sure everything is saved. Let's check one more time our HTML file. Okay, we are displaying our overlay and spinning circle when status pending is true. Let's go back to browsers and let's test it out. Wait for refresh here. Select image, this one. And you can see we displayed for a very short moment our spinning circle. One more time. And it's not spinning actually, so maybe there is just some class issue. Okay, let's try our SVG file. I will find some SVG. Perfect. So image upload failed. Now let's fix this spinner button. So this spinner image. Let's go back to coding editors. And here to image upload component SCSS file. And let's check these classes here and keyframes. And here is image spinning circle, but it should be LDS dual ring. So I'll copy it and replace it. Perfect. Save everything. Let's go back. And let's wait for refresh. All right, let's select some file. This one. And you can see nice spinner button and image uploaded successfully. Let's see some fail here. All right. Okay, image upload failed, and now one more time successful. Perfect. All right, guys, so that should be it for image upload. In last lecture we covered Node, now we covered Angular, and in next part I will take a look on React. So if you need more resources or you want to watch whole course, you can find all the necessary links under video in the description. And I would like to thank you for your attention and time, and see you in the next lectures.